rank among the highest in the nation for opioid abuse.
This includes Onslow County. Right now, opioid use is straining county resources.
WNCT's Elizabeth Tu joins us in studio with more about their community in crisis. Elizabeth.
Ken, in Onslow County, leaders are saying enough talk. It's time for action. It doesn't look like much now, but this building is the hope of a brighter future in Onslow County. Almost a decade ago, it was the first step in treating those with mental and substance abuse issues. But then the provider left, and so did the treatment.
I couldn't believe this building was standing and not being utilized, and it's county property. County Commissioner Robin Knapp says that was his first thought when he learned the building was available for, at the time, what was only a grand dream, a crisis center for those struggling with substance abuse issues in the county, which ranks 12th in the nation for opioid abuse. So in 22 years, you see a lot of things. You see a lot of things in this county.
Knapp is a former narcotics officer.
You see the escalation of narcotics use, whether it be crack cocaine, MDMA, heroin.
And he recognized the need for local treatment, so the Board of Commissioners created the Onslow Carteret Oversight Committee, a joint task force in January 2017 with one goal in mind.
There was a lot of talking and an agreement that we needed to do something. We need to find the money. We need to find a facility. But we already had a facility, so why don't we utilize that facility instead of it just sitting there? It's a welcome solution for law enforcement in the county, which faced a strain on its resources because of the gap in treatment.
Mileage 89598.
A lot of times regular crime, breaking and entering, domestic violence crime, sometimes even child abuse is related to drug abuse.
On top of that, Sheriff Miller says is the revolving door created by sending folks who need help to jail instead of to treatment.
If these individuals don't have a treatment option, they go to jail for however long, they come out without any intervention, and then they're being rearrested.
Knapp took me on a tour of the future 16-bed facility.
What you're going to have is you're going to have an individual here that will come into this particular place, will be evaluated, okay, a certain treatment plan.
The decision to use the property came with a host of issues, and at the top of the list was funding. With the help of Senator Harry Brown, the county won a $2 million Dorothea Dix grant to use for capital expenditures.
We have one of the highest addiction rates for opioid abuse. Why not here?
But the facility is only one of the first steps for combating the epidemic. Patients will be treated for around a week and need to be transferred to a long-term facility to continue detoxing.
This is a long-term commitment. We're talking decades.
As part of that commitment, the county filed a lawsuit against drug manufacturers in December 2017.
Assuming that we're successful, we will use those monies to fund not only the crisis center, but the education piece, the law enforcement piece, as well as the long-term care.
And then comes getting a provider to take over. The county says there are about 5 interested right now. When you look at this building, what one word comes to mind?
Hope. It represents hope to me. This building represents hope. It represents hope for the citizens, but it should also be a sounding board too, so that everybody can understand that, hey, your government is listening, okay? Your government is trying to take action. The facility is scheduled to open in August of 2018, which for the county couldn't come soon enough. Now, we know a lot of you might have some questions about opioids. What are they? How do you become addicted? That's why 9 is on your side. We have a phone bank for volunteers from the Walter B. Jones Treatment Center standing by, ready to answer your questions, any questions that you might have. Also standing here, we have Dr. Sonia Longest. She is the clinical director at the center. Dr. Longest, what are some questions that folks are calling and asking about?
They're calling to ask about accessing care, about medication-assisted treatment options, and combined with psychosocial counseling, behavioral therapy, and peer support can really help somebody lead that life of recovery, about involuntary substance abuse mental health commitments, about chronic pain and how to manage chronic pain in someone who has an addiction to opioids, about overdose and overdose prevention, and how if someone is prescribed an opioid for addiction or chronic pain, should always have a Narcan or an naloxone kit available in their home.
The opioid epidemic, such a very complicated topic. A lot of folks that might be watching, maybe hoping to call in, looking to get help for it themselves, looking at answers for family members. What is your biggest piece of advice that you can offer these folks?
Is to call and contact your local LME, Trillium, or East Point in this viewing area. If it's an urgent crisis, contact Mobile Crisis, who can come out and assist as well. There is treatment. There's treatment available at all levels. They can connect you with an outpatient provider as well as an inpatient facility to receive the addiction treatment that's needed.
Great. Thank you so much. Now, there is still time for you to call. The number is located at the bottom of your screen. It's never too late to get the answers you need. After all, knowledge is power. Back to you.